So in order to make all these cables a bit more organized and put it all together, what we can do is have a scaffold, like this one for example, that has been 3D printed, in which we can organize all the cables and all the sensors fit nicely in their place. So you might have received this one in your kit, or you might have found it on Thingiverse and printed it yourself. That's also very good, and feel free to modify all these files and create your own models and 3D print. And I'm going to show you how to put all of this together today. So the way that it will work is the board will sit like this. The sensors actually fit on the other side. So we're going to take the PMS first, and I'm gonna put it through the big one here. You see the fan? The fan should go on this side. I'm gonna just slide it in. Should fit quite nicely, just a bit of push. Doesn't need to go all through, so we can leave a bit of space here. All right, and you'll see that all the cables will be like on the back, and the board will be nicely in the front. Okay, let's take the BME sensor next, and this will go here in the middle. Push it nicely there. And again, doesn't need to necessarily go until the end of it, but just so that it fits nicely and the wires are sitting fine, just so that air flows around here and we can measure the air particles and temperature and humidity. All right, and then we have the noise sensor, and the surrounding goes here obviously, so we're just gonna push it through the same way. Yeah. And there you go. So we have nicely all the sensors getting the flow of air from outside, the temperature and humidity sensor, the noise sensor, and the air quality sensor. And there's an additional hole here, you'll see, and that is for the USB cable. So when you want to power it, take the USB cable and give it a bit loose, put it through here, fill it nicely, and in the USB port, like this. All right, so everything nicely here, all the cables in the back, and the big long wire. Now, depending on the enclosure, you might want to bend this LED towards like this, so it occupies less space, or bend it the other way. It's up to you depending on the enclosure. And the last step is actually fixing this board to the plastic. So you can do that with a few screws. I'm just gonna show you how to do it now. You see that the holes here on the board, 4 of them, align nicely with the 3D printed scaffold, so we're going to use that. There are 4 holes, but likely 2 of them will be enough, and you don't need to push the screws all the way through, just so that the board kind of stays in place. So this was just enough, and here it is. It's all assembled, and you can now put it in an enclosure and put it outside.